Welcome, dear students. Today we are going to talk about political thought and its meaning. It's one of the basic concepts in political science, which helps us in understanding the thoughts of different thinkers from the West as well as the East. It forms a major part of our study in political science. Looking at the screen, political thought is the description of the political ideas of a number of political philosophers on politics, state, and government. Now, what's political thought? It's a written account of the political ideas of different thinkers. On what issues? On politics, state, and government. Now here we need to understand what's a political idea. Justice, equality, liberty, democracy, rights are political ideas. Most of the political philosophers over a large period of time have talked about these issues. And different philosophers have talked differently about these. Plato talked about democracy in one way. Aristotle talked about democracy in other way. Mill talked about democracy in different way. So a single political idea of democracy was reflected upon by different political philosophers differently. A summation of these reflections represents political thought related to democracy. Now we will take an example of the concept of justice. By justice, Plato meant to give every man his due. But Aristotle meant by justice to treat equals equally and unequals unequally. John Rawls talked about justice in terms of equality of opportunity and equal liberty. A single idea of justice, as we are talking about, was talked about differently by different people, keeping in view different times, different situations. And this is what is political thought. Like this, we have the issues of democracy. We have the issues of liberty. All these issues have been talked about differently. And hence, political thought represents the summation of all these descriptions by different philosophers. And we need to understand the different descriptions over a long period of time. Next, it analyzes, examines, and evaluates issues of universal concern and perennial interest. It analyzes, examines, and evaluates issues of universal concern. What does this mean? Political thought deals with issues of major concern. The issues which are faced by the universe as a whole. The issues which are faced by each and every person in this world. The basic questions of life, the basic questions of governance, the basic questions of the state, the basic questions of law, which are important to everyone and have universal resonance. What it tries? It identifies the issues, it identifies the problems, and tries to describe a solution. Now, it is written keeping the larger public in mind and is not confined to ivory towers. What does this mean? It is written. It is written means it's available with us. It's a stream of knowledge. It's a stream of thought which is available to us. And it's not confined to some vague thinking, some ideas which are of no use. which concern none, which cannot be utilized for solutions. It's a process, a thought, a stream which tries to resolve the crisis within the state, the issues of the humanity, the issues which concern each and every individual. An intimate link is established between the political process, institutions, events, and actors. We need to understand this. What do we mean by intimate link? It means that there is always a relationship between political processes, institutions, events, and actors. They act and they react. Say, for example, the Indian national movement. Indian national movement here represents the political process. British represented the institutions of governance. Events, say, civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, and the freedom-seeking people, the leaders, Gandhiji, Nehru, and others represented as the actors. Why was non-cooperation movement launched? Why was civil disobedience movement launched? Who launched it? In what context? How did the different institutions of governance react to that? So it means when we have a political process, all these are interlinked. They react, they interact. And this is what political thought is for. Political thought is the summation, analysis, and expression of the philosophies of the philosophers of a political tradition. Now, what does political tradition here mean? It means both time and as well as region. Ancient tradition, medieval tradition, modern tradition in terms of time. Eastern tradition, Western tradition in terms of regions. Now, ancient tradition represented different stream of thought pertaining to that times and situations. Medieval period represented different set of ideas pertaining to that their times and situations. Contemporary times reflect upon different issues. No doubt there is always a thread between all these traditions. But surely certain ideas, certain issues concern the tradition more than other tradition. Who will govern was the basic question in ancient tradition. Now, how to govern is a major question in the contemporary tradition. Eastern politics and Western politics represent two different traditions. Eastern tradition represents different set of principles. Western tradition represents different set of principles. Eastern governance structures are based on certain aspects which are not available in the Western traditions. Next, it is the sum total of what stays on and an accumulation of what has changed and what continues. It represents a summation of what is there, what has stayed on. It means a certain idea, a certain thought, which was given by some thinker in the ancient times. Say Plato, Socrates, the basic dictum, virtue is knowledge. It was used by Socrates. Now look, so much time has gone by. But still, the basic fundamental, that virtuous knowledge is settled relevant to each and every being on this earth. So this idea has stayed on. The next part, what has changed? Now say some idea related to governance, which was there, but did not work long, had so many difficulties to be put into place. Say Plato's ideal state. Acceptable to a larger extent, but not practicable. So, did not stay and was changed by Aristotle into a practical state. And the last, what continues? What continues here means what is largely agreed upon, what is accepted, what was there and is there, like Socrates' dictum of virtue is knowledge. It's what keeps responding to our circumstances. It means political thought is always a reflection on our times and situations. Surely, a pre-COVID world will be different to a post-COVID world in different aspects, because philosophers, thinkers will surely reflect over the situation of this pandemic differently, and we will surely have a change in the world in different aspects. Political thought attempts to identify values and norms. Now you need to understand the basic debate within political thought is to identify what is good, what is bad, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. Here we need to understand it depends on which political thought or idea we are talking about. If we talk about liberalism, it has its own established principles and fundamentals. Equality, liberty, justice. But they explain these concepts in a different context. While, say, Marxists, they define the same ideas in a different way. State is a necessary evil in the context of libertarian thinkers, but state is an institution of exploitation in Marxism terms. Now, Western political thought evolves and revolves around values such as liberty, libertarian democracy, and democratic tradition, equality and egalitarianism. Now look at the Western political thought. It evolved and revolves around these values. The basic principles of Western political thought, the basic discussions in Western political thought are related to these ideas. And now look at the Indian political thought, for example. It has exists in India, seeks to establish ethical, moral values in politics, spiritualism and cooperative living. So you need to understand Western political thought, Western political ideas and their principles, Indian political thought and its principles. Though the objectives are same, the goals could be same, but they can be achieved by different ways. The Western had their ideas, the Eastern thinkers have their own ideas. Political thought is primarily the study of the state. It studies society insofar as society influences the state as political life and social life, though independent is interdependent. It's the primarily study of the state. It means the major concern of political thought is the state. As Aristotle believed in that man is a social animal, the fundamental question is that he to a certain degree is independent, but he is always interdependent upon others. By this basic fundamental, he meant that man always has to be in association, and association of associations is finally the state. The basic and the fundamental questions related to the state have always been debated a lot in political thought, and a lot of questions have been answered and responded to by different thinkers. Western thought focuses on economic institutions and processes because they influences political order and process. It also takes into consideration ethical questions, for ultimately is concerned with a just and political order. It always considers ethical questions because the final aim of all knowledge is good life and good political order. We can sum up political thought as exposition of ideas, values, and proposals for influencing policy, changing it and revising it drastically for total break and a new beginning. Political thought deals with political structures and institutions, like dealing with the theories of the state, division of power, legal frameworks, various forms of representation, and links with other social sciences. Political thought is the normative quest for what should be, rather what is, in a larger macro framework. Political thought is a key component of the discipline of the political science, providing it the basic concepts and tools with which the other sub-areas of the discipline are intrinsically linked. Comparative studies of different kinds of political theories, originating and expanding with different civilizations like the Western political thought, Indian or Chinese political thought. Thank you very much.